Now, the East African Community Secretariat is calling on member states to ratify and implement the regional COVID-19 tourism recovery plan to help the bloc weather the impact of COVID-19 disruptions. EAC Secretary General Dr. Mathuki says the plan is key in driving the recovery of the bloc's tourism industry. Earlier, I had a chat with Dr. Mathuki on what the EAC Secretariat is doing to deepen integration and promote trade, and filed the following report. Travel and tourism have been the hardest hit by COVID-19 disruptions that have seen travelers cut down on tour activities. This saw the EAC Secretarial Council on Tourism and Wildlife Management meet and approve the EAC Regional COVID-19 Tourism Recovery Plan, which is set to drive the recovery of the tourism industry in the bloc from the adverse impact of COVID-19 pandemic.
We must appreciate that COVID came in a manner that no one was expecting.
Yes.
And therefore, level of preparedness, there was no much preparedness by any of the countries in the world. So when it came to East Africa, the first thing that happened, each partner state tried to devise their own methods of trying to save lives and also to save businesses.
The COVID-19 pandemic has whittled down the gains made by EAC partner states in the tourism sector. Even worse is the lack of standardized COVID-19 protocols, which is slowing the cross-border travel and trade.
How do we start now partnerships to ensure that we have a facility either situated in any of the partner states so that we can produce for our own people? So once that is done, we'll have enough for everyone.
Yes.
And maybe within a period of 6 months, it is possible everyone will have been vaccinated. So these are some of the thoughts we are thinking, that to be more sustainable, we need to deal with that. Because if that is not done, the border points will still have a problem.
Yes.
There'll be a lot of different things happening in Namanga. Busia is different.
The EAC Secretary General, who has held meetings with leaders of the 6 partner states, says the application of the Democratic Republic of Congo to join EAC presents a win-win situation for the Central African country as well as the existing EAC member states. This includes an expanded market as well as manufacturing, value addition, and a large pool of skills in the East African community.
It means people from East Africa, from this part of East Africa, can go and invest in DRC in a market of 90 million and with vast, resources. That is a huge game changer for this community, and therefore that I see the DRC coming to EAC, it will be a game changer. I encourage that, of course, all the citizens and everyone supports this.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is an idea again that came from the heads of states in their wisdom, who felt it's important that we start now thinking of expanding this community.
Even as the EAC Secretariat says, the one-stop border posts across the bloc have helped drastically reduce duration taken for person and cargo to move across countries. Our experience at the Namanga one-stop border post was otherwise. We witnessed long queues and delays crossing between Kenya and Tanzania.
Hapa shida mara nyingi sana inakuwa foleni. Foleni inakuwa ni kubwa, lakini hatujui tatizo zaidi ni nini.
Unaweza pata umekaa siku 2, pengine unaangukia unakaa siku 1 hivyo. Shida iko Kenya kwa skana ya Kenya.
Maana hata kitambo kabla skana kuwekwa hapo ilikuwa jamu hakuna. Si ndio? Lakini toka hii jamu hii skana iletwe hapa ndio jamu ikawa hapa. Kwa hiyo mtu unaweza ukafika hapa ukajipata huko kwa jamu siku 3 mpaka 4.
So the challenge that is found in Namanga, it was a positive challenge in that from the last almost like 4 months to now, business has increased 6 times. Okay, movement of goods from one partner state to another, and that is a positive challenge. Now that tells us that we may have to find ways of expanding facilities within the border point.
Yes.
And what we quickly did was I sent my technical teams to the border, and they worked closely with revenue authorities both from Kenya and Tanzania. And one thing they did is that they developed a 24-hour operations.
we sought to find out what legacy he plans to leave.
A more integrated community.
Yes.
Okay. More integrated community that is meaningful and delivering for the people. We want to have a private sector becoming the true engine of economic integration. We want to see a more peaceful region. So the issue of peace and security is very important. Trying to intervene and see where to support, and that's a priority. And also to have a digitalized community, e-services.
An exclusive interview with the Secretary General after 100 days in the office, and we will continue to follow up stories on the EAC for you at the last Thursday